Good day, everyone. So, welcome to my presentation. Today, I want to share how I see the wonders of self and identity, what makes me who I am, and I will also share my own experiences and learnings in Module 1 in Understanding the Self. So, this is my artwork. So, when I look at my digital artwork, I see the factors that shape me. The rough trees and scattered bushes represent my personality and choices. Sometimes the untrimmed and confused, like how I still wonder who I really am. So, at times, I want to talk about like superheroes, Legos, and dreams, but in college, it feels like grown up topics matter more. So the waters reflect my environment and society. So I often feel pressure to hide my emotions just to keep up, even though deep inside, I want to express them whether I'm happy, sad, or just feeling blue in general. So the sky shows my perspective in life. So the sunset reflects the patience and optimism that I got from my parents, while the gloomy blue reveals my tendency to expect the worst. So it must be shaped by my experiences as I grew up. So environmental and social. So lastly, the cross and the birds, it ties it all together. So basically, it reflects my philosophy in life and my sense of purpose as I'm a Catholic. So, so moving on to philosophy, so the philosophical view. So I follow Saint Augustine's view. So I was baptized Catholic, but my family did not really practice the faith. So as a teenager, I even became an atheist because I felt I could not experience God, but deep inside I began to yearn something more, a love beyond human. So a love that can only be found in God. So as St. Augustine said that we will never truly understand ourselves without a relationship with Him. So for the scientific views, so from the scientific side, neurophilosophy explains a lot of who I am. So this is what I choose to embed into myself. So it shows how the brain gives rise to the consciousness, memory, perception, and decision making. So personally, there are times that I become very conscious of myself. For example, while doing something, I suddenly ask, why do I act like this? Where do I get it from? Sometimes I even wonder about simple things like, who first cooked rice? Like, why did they do it? So these thoughts remind me how my brain shapes the way I question and make sense of the world. So major learning. So from module 1, I learned 3 lessons. So first, it is important to examine ourselves, our consciousness, actions, and words because it makes life more meaningful and gives me a more peaceful and hopeful outlook. So second, the self is shaped not only by nurture like environment and choices, but also by nature, our biology. And lastly, the self is complex. So philosophers for centuries have given their own theories about its purpose, and modern studies even show contradictions, like the implicit and explicit self. So this made me realize that the self is never simple, but something we keep discovering over time. So for the conclusion, so as we end this chapter of exploring the self and identity, so I invite all of us to examine ourselves and try to answer the question, who are you? So it is a simple question, but a very complex one. So are you still you even without all of your influences? So personally, I have not fully answered that question, but this subject has helped me take steps higher in climbing the stairs of knowing who I am.